Hello everyone and welcome. This is Aerodynamics and we're going to be talking today about how to operate the T-38 aircraft. The T-38 Charlie is the more modern version of the T-38 Alpha. This tutorial will be roughly the same for the Alpha, but the T-38 Charlie's going to be the more complex aircraft, so as long as you follow along with the Alpha, you should be just fine. Starting with the external, nothing is interactive. It's all just cosmetic. You get to remove this stuff from the inside of the aircraft, so let's go ahead and jump in and get everything set up. When you're inside a cold and dark aircraft, it's going to look a lot like this. Very, very calm, very quiet. One of the first things that we want to do is get some life going on around here. Down here at the map case, we can open that up, click on the second ring, and pull open our in-flight guide. Our in-flight guide is going to be the source for all of our ground operation and servicing. So we're going to make sure that our chocks are on. We can go ahead and remove those covers. We can remove the ladders, and if we want the pilots to be visible, go ahead and turn that on. While the canopy is open, the jet's off, and our helmet is going to be on the rails. Since I don't have a pilot behind me today, I'm going to jump to that camera, and we're going to go ahead and shut that canopy by clicking on the handle. So now he's just in the back seat, just waiting on us. Alright, let's go ahead and start by connecting some external power.
Hands clear. External power's on the line. Good to go.
Alright, now we have our external power cart, so let's go ahead and turn it on.
Hands clear. Power slowing.
Great, it looks like the external power is connected. We can go ahead and turn on our battery. Now that the power is connected, we can go ahead and turn on some of our displays. Let's go ahead and turn on our EED. And then turn on our HUD. Our MFD, as well as our switches to control them.
Caution, caution.
I'll turn that a bit brighter so that we can see better. So now we can see everything on our screens here. If we click on the next page of our in-flight guide, and then go to the next page after that, and the next page after that, it'll take us to a checklist. This is a very small and condensed checklist. It doesn't have too much detail, it just has the steps that you should be doing for a normal start. And if you walk through this, which we're going to do together, we're going to point out everything that we'll need to do here. Well, let's get started. Battery switches on. Check. ACP switches or audio control panel. Those are all set to my liking. Crew retractable steps. Well, we don't have those out, so that's good to go. Survival kit. Simulated. Good. Backrest. Good. Oxygen system. We could turn that on. It's not simulated quite yet, but that'll come in a future. UHF backup control panel on and set. Same thing with our VHF and our TACAN backup control panel. So those would be right here. This is our UHF, this one is our VHF, and our backup TACAN's going to be down here. We can set that to a frequency of our liking. All of these are backups. These are not your primaries. Our primaries are going to be interacting with our UFCP. So if our backups are all good to go, we can actually turn those off and we don't need them. Alright, circuit breakers are checked. We have 3 back here on the left side. We have some in the center, and then there's some in the back. We're not going to worry about the ones in the back right now. The guy back there took care of it for us. Weight on wheel switch in the back, good to go. Gear door switch and aux flap switch, normal. Good to go. AAP switches off dash normal. Well, we're going to keep them on and normal for us because we have external power and we're going to utilize it. Rotor trim knob centered and throttles off. Throttles are off and the rotor trim knob is centered. Speed brake switch extend aft. I can verify that the speed brake is deployed. Fuel shutoff valves normal. That would be right here. Comm antenna switch in auto. Set. Landing gear alternate release in. Landing taxi light switch off. Landing gear lever down. Standby airspeed indicator check. Standby attitude indicator, uncage, and adjust. It's adjusted. More complex behavior will come in the future. Standby altimeter set and check. Local altimeter setting is 2997. Standby vertical velocity indicator, check. MFD and EED off. The night day as required. Well, we have this set up. We have it set to day, but we're going to keep this on because we have external power plugged in. Magnetic compass check. Looks good to me. Cabin altimeter check. Matches outside. Fuel boost pump switches, on. Crossfeed switch, off. Oxygen fuel check switch, gauge test. Again, this will be a future feature. Currently it is inoperable. Generator switches, on. Cabin pressure switch, cabin press. Cabin temperature switch, auto. Pitot heat, off. Engine anti-ice switch, off. Warning test switch, test. So here we should get a few lights and some tones. We're going to hold it down until we hear all 5 sets of tones.
Altitude, altitude.
Sounds good. Interior lights as required. Those will be controlled right here. I think we're in a good position during the day, so I'm going to leave those off. Formation lights as required. We're in a single ship. We're going to go and leave those turned off. Rotating beacon, going to turn that bad boy on. Position lights as required. We're going to leave those bright for a day. All right, well, there's our interior inspection complete. The next step is start, which will be in the next video.